Hello and welcome to today's video. Today is the 14th of April. The markets are closed today, so I thought about making a video on some of the concepts, and one of the concept is why you should not have a large amount of your investment in small cap funds, irrespective of your risk appetite, and what are the unseen or unforeseen risks that are associated with having a large amount of allocation into the small cap funds. Okay, before starting the video, humble request, if you are interested in wealth creation and long-term investment strategies, then do subscribe to our YouTube channel, because I keep on bringing about these content on a regular basis. Okay, so right now the markets are pretty down and small caps have fallen by almost 30 to 40% from the tops, but in general, when there is a small cap mutual fund cycle, and when small caps become the darling of retail investors, I see a dangerous trend, and most people ignore the unseen friction in these funds. So today we are going to discuss why the hidden cost of small cap investing isn't just the expense ratio, it is the cost of survival in a liquidity starved market. Okay, so if you see, most of the investors just look at the CAGR return or the past return in a small cap fund, and in fact I have also made a video why looking at the last 2 to 3 years top gainer funds and just randomly investing in the top 2 3 past gainer funds of the last year is one of the worst strategies, or probably the worst strategy to invest, because that will for sure make sure that your funds will underperform. Okay, so what happens is, when a small cap fund is small in AUM, let's say 500 crores to 1000 crore, the manager can pick outliers easily which are less liquid. But when the fund grows to 25,000 crores or 30,000 crores, due to massive inflow and popularity of that particular fund, they can no longer take meaningful stakes in smaller companies, and they are forced to buy 100 plus stocks or move into mid cap category. So this is what is called as a style drift. So you think that you are in a small cap fund, but you are actually paying active fees for a diversified shadow index. So as you can see, the volatility in small cap stocks is much higher. So if the AUM of the fund is much higher, then the fund manager needs to spread out the number of stocks that they can invest in, because small cap stocks are highly illiquid and the capital can get trapped in that particular. So impact cost is essentially when a fund manager tries to buy or sell a particular small cap stock, the difference between the offer and the bid is essentially so much larger that itself can be a tax on your transaction, right? For example, if the bid is at 100 rupees and the ask is at 102 rupees, that means that there is a 2% difference in the bid and ask spread itself. So if one has to buy a large quantity in that particular stock, the impact cost itself is impacting the returns that can be made potentially, and that is especially true when the markets are collapsing and everybody is trying to sell or everybody is trying to redeem that small cap funds units. Okay, so this is the math for the exit of a small cap stock, a small cap mutual fund. See, what happens in a large cap fund, selling 100 crores of HDFC Bank is easy, but in a small cap fund, selling 100 crores of a niche manufacturing company can take weeks, right? And if the manager is forced to sell during a market panic, they face predatory slippage. So selling at 10% lower than the screen price just to fulfill redemption request, this is unseen friction that can wipe out a lot of the gains in just a couple of days. So there was a stress test that was mandated by SEBI to be done by all mutual fund houses, and you can see over here the funds who had 2000 crore in AUM were able to liquidate most of their position in just 2 days, but whereas 25,000 crore or larger funds, they took 40 plus days to liquidate their position. So in small cap investing, the manager alpha is everything, but as the fund grows, the management fragility increases. So is is the team enough to track more than 200 to 300 companies, or you need to also ask whether the fund manager's allocation has spread so thin that there is no meaningful position in one particular stock, right? So this is the reason why a lot of these top performing funds start to underperform once they have become popular, or once they are in the top performers amongst the last 1 or 2 years or 3 years category. Okay, so this is the main reason. So the true cost of scale in a small cap fund, see, in a large cap fund this doesn't matter, but in a small cap fund this is the whole thing. And the eventual result of this is the performance divergence. So if you see, Nifty small cap index is down by minus 10%, whereas a lot of these funds are down by minus 15%, and there is a clear 5 to 8% invisible leak in these funds that they have underperformed in terms of the category or the benchmark, and that is because of the leakages. This is the main difference between a retail investor and a proper disciplined investor using institutional frameworks. So the retail investor will just gamble their funds away by selecting the top 2 or 3 performing funds of the last 1 year or 2 years, and they typically will chase returns. They assume that there will always be liquidity in that particular fund, and the fund will continue to perform the similar way in 2000 crore AUM as compared to 500 crore AUM, or if the 2000 crore AUM grows to 10,000 crore AUM, the fund will continue to keep on performing the same way or with the same agility, which is not the right assumption to have. And eventually these small cap funds turn into shadow mid cap category funds as well. So what is the institutional way to manage risk? First of all, you need to identify what are your financial goals or your family's financial goals, whether the allocation to small cap funds makes sense for you at all or not, and if it does, then how much percentage should be allocated, and what goal is it going to fulfill in terms of your portfolio allocation. Okay, based on that, then you have to learn to evaluate your fund capacity, then calculate how many days the fund manager will take to liquidate that fund, or if typically if you are a small cap mutual fund investor, that means that you have a long duration to achieve your goal, let's say 10 years or 15 years, typically retirement kind of a goal. That means that you should always start with a fund which has just started as a small cap fund, okay, which doesn't have a lot of AUM, but the fund manager has a good track record. Okay, that means that the fund can do well because the fund manager has a good track record, but the AUM is less, so that the fund manager has a lot of agility to work on the small cap fund, right? And you have a 10 to 15 years runway to stay invested in that small cap fund, then it makes a lot of sense. And finally, you need to look at what is going to be your asymmetric alpha. So what is asymmetric alpha? It essentially means that your risk needs to be minimized to the maximum level. Okay, so in order to get maximum returns with the minimum risk, that is asymmetric returns. So all the goal planning that needs to be done should be focused based on risk adjusted returns only. And first of all, the first step that 95% of the people don't do is to first have your goals aligned to your life milestones, and then based on those milestones you need to then allocate the right products at the right allocation at the right time to make sure that those goals are achieved, which most of the people don't do. So if you are an investor and if you feel that you want a professional guidance that can help you in your investing journey with the latest technology, with the latest research, etc., and with proper personalized service and hand holding for the next 10 to 15 years, then Auris Wealth is the best wealth partner for you. We help our clients to organize their portfolios in a manner that first they identify theirs and their family's life goals. Second, we understand their risk profile. Third, we understand their behavior in terms of bull markets, bear markets, how comfortable they are in taking risk or not taking risk. And fourth, based on all of these factors, we then help them in identifying the right financial products so that they are able to invest in those products seamlessly, and those financial products help them achieve their financial goals. So this is how a proper financial goal based investing should be done, rather than just chasing random returns or having a collection of portfolio of random mutual funds or random AIF and just calling it as a diversified portfolio. I hope that you found value in this. So don't wait for the trap to snap shut in the small cap category funds on you. Make sure that you take our free portfolio liquidity audit. It is absolutely for free. Whether you are an existing investor or a new investor, doesn't matter. The only criteria is you should have at least 5 lakh rupees of lump sum investments, or the capacity to do it, or a capacity to do at least 35,000 rupees of SIP per month, or an existing SIP of more than 35,000 rupees per month. If you satisfy either of these conditions, then you can book our free portfolio and investment review and discussion with us. The link to the link to booking this portfolio review discussion is in the description box below. Just click on the link. It will ask you a couple of questions. It will not take more than 1 minute for you to fill the entire form, and after that you can just select the date and time on which you want to book our online portfolio discussion review meeting with you, and we will connect with you online through Google Meet on that particular date and time and conduct your portfolio discussion. Most importantly, we will never push you any product or force sell you anything or do any kind of hard sales with you. We don't believe in selling, we believe in product based guidance. If we feel that we can help you, we will tell you so. If we feel that your portfolio is already aligned in a perfect manner and you don't need our help, we will tell you that also honestly. Okay, so you can be relaxed and take this call as a second opinion on your wealth, just like we take second opinion and professional guidance on our health. If you like this video and found value in it, do give it a thumbs up. Also do subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. Whenever we come up with a wealth creation video, long-term investing video, you will be notified. Also share your questions or thoughts or any ideas that you have in the comment section below, and thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay happy, stay healthy. Goodbye. Have a great day.